I want to move on to dead presidents, but did you and Pac ever squash? Did you guys and Pac ever squash
Not
everything?
in person. He did. He was very sweet, and we just found some footage my brother found where I hope to work with him again. I'm like, we were shocked. We're 50 years old finding out.
You didn't see that back then?
No.
Wow.
It was outtakes from Samantha Soren, whatever, that interview when he got out of jail. What's that woman from MTV? The redhead woman. I think it's Samantha something.
I forget
her name. They're walking in Venice Beach at first, and then they do a sit down. It's a very famous interview. There was that, and there was also the apology in Vibe.
Just for people who know, you guys had an altercation.
Yeah.
You and your brother and Pac, a physical altercation, and they claimed, was it you that ran or he ran?
Me ran. I ran. Okay. I did run at one point. I did run, like literally ran, right? And I'm not. What do you call it? Not denying it. Not embarrassed by it. I don't give a fuck. But the context is missing, because. If I'm being fair to the situation, and again, if the stands are listening, just shut the fuck up right now and listen. Like, I'm sorry, okay? This is the truth. If he's going on 92.3 to beat, and UMTV and saying, I beat the Hughes brothers' ass, which is it? Did one ran and one got their ass kicked, or did you kick both their asses? You got to stick to one story here, okay? Let's stay consistent, okay? If it was a jumping of my brother, with 15 guys waiting around, and you happen to be throwing blows at him with 15 guys, you didn't beat his ass. You didn't go head up with him.
That's not a one-on-one.
That's not a one-on.
That's not a fair one.
Straight up fade, none of that.
Yeah.
When he walked up to the car, he said, and I quote exactly what he said, y'all two get out the car, I'm about to beat both y'all asses, okay? And I ain't no fucking Einstein or mathematician, but the numbers didn't add up to me.
Yeah.
I knew it was a beatdown coming. Because I'm like, he's 155 pounds. We're both over 200 at the time. What twins are just going to sit there and just like beat us up?
Well, maybe he felt comfortable because he knew he had people there.
Of course.
Which, guys, I'm not shitting on Tupac. I'm just, this is human shit.
Yeah, this is human nature.
This is human shit. You got to be a real...
And he has legendary stories shooting those two off-duty cops that deserve to get shot in the ass. Also is, you got to look at it two ways. One is it's dope as fuck. The other way is he's using a gun, but he's justified because they were using guns that were illegal, right? Our situation is, if you want to fight one of us, and it was really the beef between him and my brother, but not really, because Bob Shea's the one that wanted him fired. Bob Shea's the one that said fire him.
But he said fire him because he was acting.
Alan didn't want to fire him.
He wasn't making a peaceful working environment.
Yeah, he was very disruptive. But in the end, what it really was he was too big for the movie. And we all then processed that as 19-year-old kids.
I see.
That he was in the bubble and he couldn't express, and he's very good at expressing himself. He couldn't express that, like, this role's too small for me, this movie's too small for me. He's on the bubble. We're beginning our bubble. He's already on the bubble. And we didn't know how to communicate back then that properly. And it's not about the role or this or that, all the stuff no, that's not what, I mean, even my brother says it now, like 51-year-old men in hindsight. It's just we were just young, dumb, and full of you know what. And what happened was, so he said that, and I gave context, the longer story in Vlad, which I never left the house when I smoked weed. And we experimented with weed late in life, like 18, 19, because I was paranoid. I was paranoid from a situation like this happening. Never left because I was paranoid, I was introverted, I was antisocial. And as we're driving up, and I see 15 Crips on the corner with 40 ounces and smoking weed, and Tupac in the middle of them, it was almost like an album cover. It was like a hip-hop album cover. It was like Wu-Tang, right? I'm like...
And by the way, this is the 90s when shit was realer.
Wow,
there was no
West.
Video phones. There was no cameras on every corner.
Thank God. Okay. Well, maybe that would have helped, though, because it wouldn't have been so much glory in the story.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm high and I go, oh, shit, my worst nightmare is about to happen. I knew before we even pulled up. I go, I'm fucking high as a kite. Like, we had good weed, me and my brother back then. Like, we had chronic before even Snoop got his hands really on it.
Okay.
Right? I'm like, oh, fuck. It's about to go down. We're going to get our asses kicked by 15 Crips. I'm 30 yards away knowing this.
Wow.
And we stupidly pull up right next to him about 10 yards on the curb.
Wow.
I don't know why my brother did that. I don't know why we did that. Our friends in the front seat. So what happened was when he said that, he said, get out the car, I'm about to beat both your asses. Alan gets out after he shot him down. Tupac first brought up some arguments like, why'd you do this? Well, I actually tried to call you. I tried to call you 3 times. You wouldn't pick up your phone. Your manager told me this, that. But my brother had a one-on-one with him. Like, he was not afraid. My brother confronted all the bullies in our life. And again, stands, I'm not saying Tupac was bullying, okay? Although there is some elements of it in there, okay? I knew the beatdown was coming, so I started moseying up the hill, not running yet. I was moseying.
Moseying.
Moseying. So I'm moseying my way up the hill because I know I've done 30 music videos. There's always a set security or a set cop. So I'm going to get the set security to stop whatever's about to happen here.
I see.
And as I'm going up, I turn back and I see Tupac hit my brother in the back of the head. My brother said, I don't have time for this. He turns and walks away and he sucker punches him. It's the truth, Stans. I'm sorry.
Man.
Take it. Just take it, Stans.
He sucker punched?
Sucker punched him. Then I mosey up more and I'm high, remember? Don't ever forget I'm high.
Okay.
And I'm like, look back and it's a rat pack. I can't even see my brother. But I'm thinking I'm making my way to the set because I hear the playback. I may even walk through a take. I may have even walked through a take of a Spice One performance. High. Like,
wow.
Like this. And they may have footage of it, right? And I say to somebody and said, where's the security at? And it was like slow motion to go, that way. And I look back and
slow motion?
all 15 Wu-Tang was looking at me. Not real Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
It's like the album covers look like looking at me like this. And they had like, it looked like they had fangs. I'm like,
wow.
Fuck. Yes. Then I started to run. Okay. And as I thought back, what would you do if you were me against all odds up in the studio getting blowed?
Yeah.
Speaking the realest shit I ever spoke.
A lot of people like to talk about things when they haven't experienced it.
Yeah.
Reality is nobody knows what they're going to do when you're in a situation like that.
Tupac ran in Marin County. Ice Cube ran at the new music seminar. When you're outnumbered, yes, my brother was left behind, and that hurts. There's nothing I could have done there other than to try to get him help, which was the original plan. To get help to stop this. Then they're done with him, and they're on me now. I'm in the streets. I run down this hill and go under the 110 freeway to downtown LA. I call my kid's mother on a payphone on the corner of a vacant gas station. I'm like, what am I doing in this? This is like a movie. This is like 28 days later.
Good, you guys are directors.
I'm telling you the fuller story now if you want it.
Yeah, I want the full story.
Do we have time?
I have time. I don't know if the Peacock team. Oh, we have 10 minutes? Oh, so we got to get to the Continental immediately.
So I run down the hill, get on the phone, and I'm like, I think I reach her. And I'm like, I got to get out of here. I'm in the open. Then I see 3 cars full of guys, including Tupac. They spot me, and they're running red lights to get to me. At one point, they drive up on the curb, like they're on the sidewalk with a car in downtown LA coming after me. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And my stupid ass, or smart, whatever, at the time, I run into a Korean liquor store. The irony. And I'm like sweating and I'm high, like, guys are chasing me. The exit this way. And I go through this exit, go up these stairs, come down these stairs, and I can see across the freeway there's nothing going on where the fight happened. It's all calm. They're on me now, right? So I come to this doorway, I open it, it's one of those doors that if you close it back, you can't get back in there. But it's a street and a fire department. And I'm like, I gotta make a run for the fire department and at least get them up there, right? And as I'm about to make my break for it, the 3 cars fly by. And I'm like, this is a movie again. Like, I couldn't have written this better, So I go up to the fire department, go inside. Imagine, I'm out of breath. I'm fucking high out of my mind. I'm paranoid now.
And you have more stamina than I would have gave up already.
I have adrenaline, everything. I'm like, my brother and Tupac. They don't know who Tupac is, I go, wait, just slow down, boy. Slow down, one cotton picking second.
Oh my God.
It was exactly like that.
Are you serious?
All 3 white men back there like, slow down, boy, and tell us, what are you saying now? And as I'm saying that, it felt like 30 seconds later, whoop, whoop, cops pull a gun on me.
Oh my God.
Come outside, get on the ground, at gunpoint.
As if you did something wrong.
I'm
crazy.
asking for help. They think I'm mentally ill, I don't know what. So and then eventually one of my producers found his way down there. And then we go back up on the hill, and my brother is waiting for me, and he's in what's the word? He's in a panic about me. He's only concerned about me. He's not concerned about himself because he took a beating, But he goes, I remember the first thing he said, I saw a little cut in his nose. And I said, Alan, what? Are you okay? He goes, no, don't worry about you. He goes, I just want you to know one thing, man. I never went down. I never went down. And I go,
this does sound like a movie.
Yeah.
That sounds like a perfect movie line.
It's a Raging Bull line, too. It's where Jake LaMotta says to Sugar Ray Robinson after a bad beatdown, he goes, you never got me down, Ray. You never got me down. And he told me the details of the fight, and I'm not going to go into it because I don't want these stands to go on full fucking blast.
Yeah.
But it's not a good look. It should have been a straight up head fade, one-on-one in the park. Bottom line, I don't care who says what. You don't bring 15 guys, even if it is one-on-one. You have the fear of the 15 guys that may, if you beat Tupac up, that might jump in. And I've seen that happen in my childhood. Everybody knows in the hood, you're not going to win that.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Well, look, I'm glad that you guys were able to experience him wherever that footage is, saying that he wishes he could work with you guys again.
And we squashed it. We did, but we didn't have the opportunity to do it in person. And we would have. And then Vegas happened. And we would have worked with him again, for sure. The dude was too talented.
Yeah, and a superstar.
Yeah. And so what? We had a fight. Who gives a fuck?
In this game, that's like people have fights all the time.
Dr. Dre and fucking Ice Cube did a records after they had their fights. And
facts.
It happens all the time.